Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode for notanalog.com. Today I'm looking at the HTC Velocity 4G device, Australia's first, finally, 4G phone, and it's arrived in Australia and I got my hands on one. You may have seen my earlier video of my first impressions. Try and forget that, we'll start fresh. That was a big night and I was a little tired, but anyway, I'm a little bit fresh now and I feel good. So the 4G. Now we're looking at two things here. One, we're looking at the phone itself, which is a great device from HTC, but we're also looking at the fact that it's working on the 4G network, so I'll tell you a little bit about both. So let's give you a quick rundown of the phone, tell you a little bit about it. It is a 1.5 gigahertz dual core phone, plenty of power, 1 gig of RAM, 16 gig onboard storage. It does have a slot for a micro SD card as well, so you probably will need that if you're going to put movies and music and things like that on there. 8 megapixel camera on the back, which takes some really good photos, which I'll show you, and a dual LED flash. On the back, a 1.3 megapixel camera, which for a front-facing camera is quite good. It's got a 1620 milliamp battery, so it's apparently quite competitive to the HTC Sensation, very similar battery performance, and I'll be honest, I probably got a day maximum of low usage. If I really wanted to use it, take some calls, watch some video and things like that, you'll be charging it during the day. I think that's what we're getting used to with smartphones. They're doing a lot more and the batteries just aren't keeping up with them at the moment. It's just the way of the world. What else can I tell you? It's 11 mil thick. I'm calling it thick. I think it's a little thick for what it is, and it's not thick because of the battery. The battery only takes a very small portion, which is a little disappointing, I guess, but yeah, it is a little thick. I guess you have to fit all that 4G in there, and it weighs around 163 grams. So when I give it to people, they go, whoa, it's probably a little bit deceiving because it does look very plasticky. HTC are used to making all these beautiful unibody aluminium cases, and it just feels solid. This doesn't feel as much. It's got quite a plastic glossy back. This, however, is a bit more solid. It's got a bit more of a serrated edge almost on it. It feels a bit easy to grip, but I don't know, when I put it in the hand, it doesn't feel like I'm going to lose it, but it doesn't feel like a HTC either. It just doesn't, I don't feel that love. Anyway, you'll have to let me know what you think about it, but that really is the specs of the phone. Can I say much more about it? Nope, that's all I've written down. Oh, the software, Android 2.3.7 Gingerbread, obviously with HTC Sense UI on top of it. Now, Telstra did say that it was going to go to Ice Cream Sandwich, which is Android 4.0. That will come within the coming months. Now, that could mean 2 months' time or 3 months' time. Around there, we're guessing. So let's wait and see what happens there. So I will give you guys a better rundown of the phone. Now, using it on the 4G network where I am here, I only got 3G coverage. It's one of the things that people need to learn and check before they go out and buy this, because it's the 4G phone, is where you live, where you work, and so overall where you spend the most time. If you're someone like me who spends most of their time in only 3G areas, this may not be your best choice. You wouldn't want to buy it just for the 4G coverage. When I did take it into 4G areas, wow, really wow. I was getting around 30 meg down, up to 12 meg up. That's super fast. That was music in seconds. YouTube clips, want to watch a full HD YouTube clip, go for it. No lag, just started playing it and it was working. So really impressive speeds. So 4G is great when you've got it, and it sucks when you don't have it because you want it. Now, in saying that, this is, I think, the first phone from Telstra to also feature, it's called dual channel hspa. Now, let me give you that to you in layman's terms. It's 2 3Gs in here. So if you've got a 3G handset now, like an iPhone or a BlackBerry or whatever other phone you've got, which a modern day phone, it has a 3G connection, and you know what your data speeds are like. Imagine if you had 2 of those stuck together. That's what this really is. That's probably why it's so thick. So that's what it is. It's 2 of them inside. So even when you have got 3G coverage, you've got very good 3G coverage because your data speeds are going to be brilliant. So it is also the fastest 3G phone, I think, available right now. So first 4G, first dual channel 3G device. Really, really fast, really impressive. To give you a look around the device, you've got the 4 Android buttons, the typical buttons there, power button on top, and the silver volume rocker on the side. I like it's a nice size rocker, I don't get too miffed about it. And the micro USB port for charging. That's it. When you take the back of the case off, you'll see the slot for the SD card and a slot for the SIM card and the battery. You can see the battery is not terribly huge. I expected more. Another thing to mention as well is the Wi-Fi hotspotting. When I did hotspot the device, great, I was getting good speeds, but I wasn't getting it for long. I actually had this device sort of lose its internet for some reason. I'd be working around a laptop because I'm tethered to this on the Wi-Fi hotspot, and I just wasn't getting internet for a while. I looked back, turned the phone back on, had a look, internet's working on there, go back to the PC and it's working again. So that was really weird. Besides that, it could have just been me, but besides that, when you do turn on this phone, with HTC Sense, you really do get that beautiful feel, like the weather comes on, you can pick an icon, one of those quick start icons to get straight into it, and when you get out of it, you're just right into things. I think the home screens are great, the HTC widgets are pretty cool. When I customize a HTC phone, I only ever pick the HTC widgets because I think they just do a good job of it. Like I love the weather one, I love the way they just bring social in as well. I think there's a lot more to this device than a standard Android phone. When I do turn it on and I start playing with it, I really enjoy it. It's the actual insides of these phones is something I really enjoy. So would I buy one? Would I buy one right now? No, I wouldn't. It's not for me. I don't live in the city. If I lived in the city, or if I lived in a 4G dense area, maybe I'd consider it because I'd love to be around 4G. But I don't. And I don't think that this is the best device on the market. If you looked at the device on its own, it's not. Specs wise, it ticks a lot of boxes. plenty of power, plenty of grunt, but it just doesn't tick all the boxes. I'm not in love with the phone. I'm in love with the network, and that's the difference. That's where you need to separate yourself. Let's face it. Within the next few months, this device is not going to be the only 4G device on the market. There'll be more. There'll be plenty more. Who knows? Maybe the iPhone 5 will have 4G. I don't know. Maybe a BlackBerry will come with 4G. Maybe, the Galaxy S3 will have 4G. I don't know. So you've got to think to yourself, yeah, good to be an early adopter, but do you want to be stuck with this then for 24 months or whatever contract you commit to? It's really up to you. One other thing I need to mention as well is the phone gets hot. If you work it, or if you even just got it sitting as a Wi-Fi hotspot and you just leave it somewhere, you pick it up and it feels like you could cook an egg. It really does. Besides that, I think we're done. I like the phone. Oh, one other thing, really, really important. This one got to me. I can watch YouTube clips like that. I can download music like that. I can do all that stuff real quick. But do I want to hear it really loud? Yeah. And I can't. The speaker in this is a dud. Like, really, really duddy. Let me just put some music on for you, because it's really, really... give me 1 second, let me find a favorite song. Alright, so here's me want to play music. I've got all my friends around. Hey guys, listen to this song. Can you hear that? Like, that's full ball. I can't turn that up any louder. It really is. That's so weak. And look, I just put it back on. Look, volume maximum. I can't. Imagine if I turn it down, it's even worse. So that to me is... Stop it. So that to me is a really, really big problem. I can't believe that they would build the phone knowing how bad the speaker is in this. I just expected more. Not good enough from a speaker point of view. It's kind of sounding like a negative review. Maybe it is. Maybe this is a negative review. I like the phone specs. I like the way it works on the inside. But all the stuff they threw on the outside just isn't very good, except for the camera. The camera's brilliant. Okay, I'm done. Looking forward to more 4G devices. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you get any questions. Cheers, bye.